You are a polarizing figure. You developed a band of enemies. We had that when we were in Washington. I remember hosting a show. What is Students First?
So Students First is a national advocacy organization. We're a grassroots group. We have 2 million members across the country. And the reason why I started Students First was because if you look at what has happened in education over the last 2 to 3 decades in this country, a lot of the decisions that have been made and the policies that have been implemented have been driven by special interest groups, right? You have textbook manufacturers, you have teachers unions, you have testing companies, you have all of these organizations that have a lot of resources, and they use those resources to use their influence to, put certain laws and policies in place, which there's nothing wrong with that per se. The problem, though, is that there was no organized national interest group with the same heft as the teachers union that was advocating on behalf of kids. And because of that, you had a really skewed landscape and environment that was more focused on adult issues than on what was in the best interest of children. So that's why I started Students First.
What's Dance of the Lemons?
So Dance of the Lemons is what happens because school districts, for the most part, can't fire ineffective teachers and employees generally, right? There's tenure rules, there's all of these sort of rules and processes in place that literally almost make it impossible to fire somebody. And so what typically happens is a principal has an ineffective employee in their school. They can't fire them, but they don't want them in their school anymore. So they find a way to move them out and toss them to the school down the street. And meanwhile, then they're required to accept those teachers who probably have come in from other schools, and they call it the Dance of the Lemons.